We're back.
Feels like
Kind of
it's been
sudden.
ages.
This cutscene links directly with the one we watched at the end of the last part, but I didn't want to end it there because it had a nice fade to black. So this is where we're starting.
I mean, that's fine. That's
So
generally...
it doesn't fade from black in this cutscene. It just kind of suddenly starts into it. So I added that myself.
Good job. You're finally doing transitions more frequently.
But I'm trying. Okay. Anyways, we gotta get ourselves another power. This time we got the Doom Surf.
Yeah, how you feel about this one? A lot of people don't like it for some reason.
It's fun. I think any people who don't like it, it's like the people who dislike the Marauder in Doom, at Doom Eternal. You're gonna dislike it at first, but once you learn how to deal with it and how it really enhances the gameplay, it's fun. And it's kind of how this is. A lot of people mainly complain about the to do the twirl on it to break stuff. You have to hit the quick step buttons, which also still act like a quick step, so they'll send you in another direction. So you can only do it while moving against stuff. We're not going to do Kingdom Valley first. LOL.
Aww. What the hell? I mean, a unique playthrough, I guess. Why not?
So, anyways, it acts like that, and I think it's... Yeah, I can get why people don't like that at first, but I think once you actually learn it and fully integrate with the levels, same thing with the Doom Morph, I think all the hate's going to just disappear.
Yeah.
So anyways, this level went really poorly for me, and I died like 8 times during it.
What was that?
So now we're going to actually play the level.
Awesome.
Because this game has really, really well done loaded screens, it's hard for me to actually just cut and make it unnoticeable that I cut. So I have to do it like that.
Loading is pretty instant in this, and I love it.
It's really smooth. All the title card has a ton of animations and such, and transitions to transition you into the level. The music is all done perfectly, and that makes it really hard for editing. So that's what I did. I didn't do a death compilation because it was really bad. Yeah. Anyway, Sunset Heights. This is Sonic Forces level for this game. It is really good here. I love this level.
Finally,
I really
a
like
good
this
Sonic
level.
Forces level. Holy shit! Boost! No.
I used it.
Oh yeah, you did. Scrub.
Yeah, I really like this level. I would put this above Rail Canyon for me because Rail Canyon feels too short.
That's
with
fair.
the Rail Canyon sections, at least.
This one is actually...
That level's really hurt by the fact that it has a Black Doom section. Even though the Black Doom section's good, but it really, really hurts the Rail Canyon section of the level. You know? Because the Rail Canyon section of the level is too short. This is really long and a Black Doom section. So, feel how you will about that. I like it, though. And this is better than every single section like this in Sonic Forces.
Yes.
And Sonic, he even does a fucking combat roll there. It's so good.
He does a combat roll.
It's so smooth. It feels so integrated with gameplay. I love that.
He does a combat roll. We're in like the sewers now, so there's like a progression of level design and environment. Like Sonic, oh my god, Sonic Forces has that progression in environment, but it doesn't really matter as much because it's just like, oh, you start in the city and then you end on a bridge that's like still kind of in the city, or it's leaving the city.
Okay, I just want to say real quick, so that was an example of where you can use Chaos Control to put this guy at a different place in the level.
Yeah.
And I actually showed it off there until I died, but I went through a second time without Chaos Control. So now I'm going the more normal route.
Yeah. This one... yeah.
This one's not really an extra route, so don't do it there. This actually, that saves you time. I just wanted to try it out.
And now you don't get the ghosts attacking you here, so you can Chaos Spear, because you killed the guy. But,
yep, now I gotta go up like normal.
Yep. But this one's actually, other than the the movie DLC stage. I think this one's personally probably my least favorite of the 3D stages in this game. Just because, like I like the Radical Highway section here more than the actual Forces level, which is kind of funny, because at this point in the game, yeah, I'm absolutely tired of seeing Radical Highway in these stages, just interrupting my flow. But I don't know. I've come to really love the Rail Canyon stage a lot.
Yeah, this level also proves to me that someone who worked on colors is still here. Because you have a one-time gameplay gimmick that works weirdly that you're never going to use again in any other stage, even an extra stage.
Yeah, the water spouts.
Oh, no, I was going to say this part.
The tubes?
Yeah.
This is in...
And how they work.
This is in the actual Radical Highway stages.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. It's been a very long time since I played that.
Yeah, you still haven't recorded.
No, I haven't.
I love the method you use to do shit. It's so foreign and funny to me. But yeah, this is just Lost World section. So we did get Lost World love in this game. Look at this, guys. Even though these are auto-running
Actually,
sections.
no. This isn't Lost World. This is Pyramid Cave. Shaking my head.
That's less a tube and more a weirdly shaped hallway.
I'm just saying, it gives me the...
and you cannot
that's what
run
I
on the
thought
ceilings
Ow!
in those stages.
I don't get how these work!
You have to stop.
Apparently, don't boost.
You have to
that.
stop boosting to be able to drift around.
It should be added.
I love that
would you
pose.
consider this? Would you consider this a traditional boost game or not? Because it doesn't really feel like it in a lot of design aspects.
Okay, well, only like 2 of them feel like quote-unquote traditional boost games, if in that case. But no, it scratches the same itch for me at the very least, so I'll count it. This just has a lot more mechanics on top of the regular boost stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's the Eye of Sauron.
No,
I already made that joke.
you did.
I'm unoriginal.
Oh,
Anyways, we're gonna talk to Omega now.
we're over here. I forget that the teleport is just instantaneous.
Oh, like he's really saying much too different from what he said before. He's bringing up Rouge now.
Yeah, like you have to, I think you have to progress more before, like, get another set of characters to appear, and then the characters will add dialogue, usually. It's usually how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I like this stage quite a bit. Nice.
Forgot how that worked.
It only had a big button prompt on it.
Yeah. Remember who you're talking to.
Dyslexic man.
No, ADHD as fuck. Get it right.
Same thing. It may as well be, considering that you don't read in these games.
Which is funny how much I read everywhere else.
I know. Listen, there's something about Sonic games where people just turn their brains off, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's like you could have a seasoned platformer player, give them a Sonic game for the first time, and watch them struggle. It's so...
Well, because these games are meant to be replayed. They're easy to play through, but there's a lot to master and get through. So, yeah, it's going to look bad because you always watch new players and such after you played the game a ton and mastered it, usually.
But these same players also blame the game for them just not being good at it. You know, it's like especially
Which is funny seeing actual Sonic fans do that.
Yeah, it is. Fucking Sonic fans suck. Lost World is good.
Yeah.
That is my opinion, and I'll stick to it.
I I'm gonna change. I'll agree, but I'll change out Lost World with Secret Rings.
I'll agree. I'll do both.
I mean, I'll agree with both. I'm just making my own point and using Secret Rings instead of Lost World.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be original here while not being original.
Okay, real quick on the level design. Look at this. There's multiple paths on different 3-dimensional layers in a 2D stage. Holy shit, we're so back.
This section makes me think of Crisis City from Generations.
I can see it.
And Rooftop Run as well.
Wow, I just noticed the water reflections here were like really bad.
It is a Sonic Team game.
Oh. There's no invisible springs to help you bounce up like in Sonic Forces. This is shit.
Yeah. It is nice, though, having the old style of making levels back.
Yeah.
Where
I hope it stays.
Everything is drawn uniquely. Well, I said this off camera, but Sega, just all their studios are indie developers at heart, but making AAA games.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean when I see stuff, especially with stuff like this. Everything here has to be uniquely modeled and all made from scratch. It takes a ton of time to make because they don't use a lot of repeating blocks and such, especially in the 3D levels. But they're making what should be a niche 2D or a niche indie game that isn't popular with a ton of people. But they make it as a AAA game, and they wonder why their budgets keep going down.
Yeah.
I call it the Unleashed effect.
That's sort of like, it's sort of like sad, but it's kind of the reason why Sonic games don't do the whole like 3D momentum physics type thing. Because let's face it here, momentum physics in platformers like this are very niche. A lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't like games like that, or just even play games like that. So if Sonic were to do it, it would not do as well as, say, a Boost game like this, where it's more scripted and automated.
But when you play an indie game that uses those physics, but you also have levels that are way more repetitive because they don't feel as uniquely made, you know? They don't feel as diegetic in the same way that outside of something like Sonic GT. Sonic GT is like the best attempt I've seen at it. Also, hey, it's Maria. Well, let's talk about this now.
Well, that's, I think, just real quick on the momentum game point. I think that's why the classic Sonic games, they generally do like one level theme only for 2 acts. And that level has its own like little gimmicks, and I think that works for that design. Versus this, where it's like your gameplay mechanics are like changing up pretty much every level, and like that's fine as long as it all fits. It's fun. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Maria's back. Who the fuck would have thought that they actually would have used the time travel gimmick of Generations for an interesting thing? Bringing characters that died back.
Is this the first time Shadow and Gerald have actually talked to each other?
In a game? Yes. They probably interacted with each other in like outside of the game, and there's probably lore for that. Because Shadow clearly has a high respect for Gerald Robotnik in all his appearances. But I'm
talking about games, or do they even interact in Sonic X?
No.
That's hilarious.
This is the first time.
So funny.
This is also just the first time we've seen Gerald talking in real time, and it's not a flashback or a recording. It is actually Gerald, and he's here talking with other characters, which is so cool. Like this game. This is the best use of time travel in a Sonic game.
I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it because it's controversial, but this game makes Sonic Omens even funnier.
Oh, you used your air boost.
Yep.
What was that? I was gonna let the freaking restart that we saw a second ago go because it was just like, oh, we see the eagle carry Shadow in, and then we see it again because you forgot to cut that out. I was gonna let that go, but then you go and restart the stage. What the fuck, man? Anyways, fucking Kingdom Valley. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
This stage is really, really cool. I still won't call it my favorite.
Yeah, what is your
but I
favorite stage? Is it Chaos Island?
Yeah,
Okay.
I still stand by that. But I really, really like this stage. This is really cool. Now, difficult questions because I know people are going to compare it. What's better, this or PO6 Kingdom Valley?
This. I think this is because it's just straight Shadow gameplay the whole time. There's no switching
in my
characters.
In my defense, that said press RB and I still pressed LB.
Good job. But
I don't know why I said defense. I'm just hurting myself more. But you know,
oh, lower path. That's fine. This game, I'll go back to my point. I think this is better than PO6, than PO6 Kingdom Valley because, like I love Kingdom Valley in Project 06. I think it's a really well designed level. I think a lot of the characters that are not Sonic in that stage, they have some weaker level design. Whereas this is just all Shadow all the time, and it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
We finally have a version of Kingdom Valley with good Shadow-themed gameplay, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, because Shadow's stage is probably the weakest Kingdom Valley in Sonic 06.
Yeah.
But this is awesome. They even have a room where you have to defeat all the enemies to proceed and open one of these freaking doors. It's so good.
They brought back Eggman's mechs from this game, and they look so clean.
Yeah,
I
they
love
do.
it.
I don't know if you noticed just now, but the black arms can use Chaos Blast.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really cool.
I was probably supposed to attack that. Oh, no.
Oh.
I wonder what happens if you do attack it.
No.
Wait. It's warping to something.
No. You're supposed to use it to warp up to the top left over there.
I was experimenting, okay?
That's fine. I know, but this stage has the coolest level design in Sonic. This is the best level design in Sonic, I think. This is like there's a million ways to go.
I can agree with that.
You can,
I think,
like, with speedrunning, you can just fly over this whole section if you're good, and, like, land on top of, like, the towers that you think are background elements. But no, they actually have full-on collision for you to stand on and use as platforms. It is awesome.
I love that Shadow just straight up breaks 2 of those windows. Like, nope, we already did a combat section like that. We're not doing it again. I'm just going for both.
Yeah, he just wants to keep going. Oh, and we get the freaking building run sequence. This is such a good level. Kingdom Valley was always a good level, but they actually this feels so Generation Z in that they take the ideas and spin them in a way that makes it even better.
Yeah,
I love it.
I do wish we still had water at the bottom for most of it. But
yeah,
it being up in the sky is pretty cool, I guess.
it is just kind of a misty, bottomless pit. I guess they didn't do that because people would be like, oh, there's water down there. Why can't I doom surf?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You're probably right.
Yeah.
I really like this level. I will say, like, as far as this game's gameplay goes, it's probably the best for that. I think why I like Chaos Island is it feels the closest to a tightly knitted boost or SA2 stage. And I think that's really fun, even with this type of gameplay not being the traditional boost gameplay.
Yeah.
I was not supposed to do that, was I?
It was like there was a spring that would have launched you up, but you just skipped it, and that was...
It worked.
It scared me. But I'll say, I think Chaos Island that stage is honestly, it is designed a lot like this stage, because there is a lot of ways to go still. There's a lot of you'll fall down and it won't be a pit, but there'll be like a lower path type of design. And I think Chaos Island and this are the best stages, easily. But I think everyone's down on the Radical Highway stages just because like we go to Radical Highway so often in this game.
Anyways, here's a spoiler alert for Metal Overlord if you didn't watch the trailers. He just tells you about him here before you fight him. It's really funny. This activates once you go through Sunset Heights.
Why did they do this?
Or Kingdom Valley, it's funny.
Why did they do this?
Now, I do love this dialogue. It's funny. I love how he contemplates destroying both Sonics.
Omega.
I know you've had issues with Omega kind of just being here for jokes, but like... Oh, wait. Oh, it's the wrong place. Oh, I wanted to talk to them after going through Kingdom Valley. They don't change.
Jesus.
Screw you, Gerald, I guess.
Okay.
The Chaos Spear button is also the talk button.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But on your Omega point, I think Omega is well written within Shadow Generations. I think he's funny here, and that's good. Omega is a funny character, and I think they get the humor a lot better in the game itself than the "I call dibs" thing in the prologue.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want to say real quick, this is literally a Sonic in the Black Knight stage, and I love it.
Yeah, you're running on the castle walls and shit.
Visually, it's just Camelot Castle, and I'm like, I don't think it was supposed to be Camelot Castle, but that's the vibe I get, and I love it.
Yeah, and it has a similar progression as Camelot Castle as well, where you start like on the outskirts, and then you work your way into the castle, and you're like on the castle walls and stuff.
Yeah,
it's a very similar vibe. I love this. This is the best 2D stage in the game for me. They just they go even further.
I think I can agree with that. I'm trying to think out of the top of my head if there's any I like more than this, but I think it'll probably be this.
They go even further with the whole Generations design methodology of like, let's take something and take it to its logical extreme. With this stage, we actually get to go inside of the castle in Kingdom Valley, which we never get to do in Sonic 06. It's really cool. It's fucking awesome. I love this. I love this stage so much. This is why I would say Kingdom Valley overall is my favorite stage in the game. Because Act 1 is amazing, and Act 2 is the best 2D stage. Even if I think there are better 3D stages than the 3D stage of Kingdom Valley.
I still really like the 2D act of Chaos Island, so...
Chaos Island's 2D act is
still holds up for me.
Probably... It's not the weakest one, but it's definitely... Oh, everyone does that. Everyone thinks they can make it.
Well, you're supposed to use Chaos Control.
No, it's actually not optimal to use Chaos Control. You want to... Yeah, well, no. Because now these won't activate and you can't get up.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
That was a little Lost World design right there.
Yeah. I'm pretty, oh, shit. And there's your Colors design there, because Colors likes to have those sections where you're boosting and there's a crusher.
I don't know if you noticed, but I tried to... I don't know if I actually tried it there, but I know when I was recording this, my instinct was to slide because I thought it was the I was just thinking about Adabat for a second. So I was going to try and slide under it.
This is another game where the slide is entirely useless. Why is it even still part of the moveset? I genuinely don't get it. Like, I mean...
And that's why Unleashed is the best game.
Technically, there was... parts where you could slide under things in Sonic Forces, so Sonic Forces has more utility for the slide than this.
The Frontiers? You have to use it in Frontiers.
For what?
I'm pretty sure there's 2D sections with sliding sections in it.
No, absolutely not. I guarantee you
I feel like there are. I feel like there are.
I guarantee there is not.
Listen, you may have played the game more, but I have no retort.
Oh, good ass.
That was a
fucking
good stage. Good stage. We didn't talk about much. Actually, did talk about it a lot. Never mind.
Quite a bit. I think. I
And
rescind
there goes
what
the
I said.
Sonic and the Black Knight love.
I rescind what I said earlier.
I think the 3D stage of Kingdom Valley, it is some of the best level design in Sonic. Or in 3D Sonic, I should say. But I think the Radical Highway stages are actually better boost stages. Also, hi, Big. This is the most in-character thing for Big. He just is here. And there's no explanation for why he's in Shadow's game.
Big is God, okay?
Yes.
He has always been and will always be.
They really should bring back like big cameos and stages. I was really hoping they'd do that for this game, but I obviously didn't know he would be an NPC.
Has anybody watched or has anybody made a fan game where Big's the ultimate villain? 'Cause I want that.
No, but there is a fan game where you play as Big in an open world Sonic world. And you're looking for Froggy. And it's kind of awesome. Because it's like, when I say open world Sonic world, I mean like all the locations from every game are in this open world.
For some reason, it was not wanting to lock on.
It's because it was slightly off screen. That's the problem I have with the modern everything since Lost World, since everything uses that. It has to be on camera for you to lock onto it. So you can no longer homing attack stuff that's off screen that you're aiming at, which you could do in every other 3D Sonic game. But it also, the Lost World homing attack changes also brought with it some weirdness when it comes to aiming the homing attack. Because for some reason, if you start locking onto something while it's on camera, and you move past it, so you're like now looking at something else you want to homing attack.
Yeah.
It won't stop locking on to the thing that you were already locked onto until it goes off camera. So you can homing attack things that are behind you.
Yeah.
It's not good. I really dislike that.
Yeah.
It doesn't like necessarily affect general gameplay all too much, but it is something that bothers me for like high-end speedruns, because like sometimes he literally just homing attacks something that I was not looking at, and it pisses me off.